Good morning. Good morning. How are you this Monday of Thanksgiving week 2021? OMG. Can you believe? I don't know. It has felt, I was just talking to my aunt because we're hosting Thanksgiving this year. And holy moly, I wrote, I don't think we have entertained people since Thanksgiving 2019. So, very excited and grateful to have all of the same people attending. Everybody's doing good and very excited about that. We're ready to cook some turkey because here in the US it's Thanksgiving and we do turkey, and I have sweet potatoes and mashed potatoes and every kind of potato because potatoes are yummy. Um, Anyways, so we are in eclipse season as well. I'm getting started a little bit early, but just, why not? Put some eye makeup on so I look like a human. Um, and just so, I guess I should start from the beginning. Hi, I'm Soul Coach Michelle, your friendly neighborhood super woo, soul coach and manifesting maven. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my weekly oracle card pulls for the week and channeled messages. Today, Spirit said to me, just don't worry about taking dictation. We're just going to pull some cards and talk and whatever about eclipse and whatnot, because I've already started channeling since earlier this morning. Whew, you guys. And, I'm not over here waiting here, filing my nails, waiting for everybody else to get out of the cave. I'm in the cave with you. It is a delightful journey. Um, so what we're going to do, first of all, is let's see. I didn't even write notes because they said don't do that. So, really quick, still have about 4 spots open for the 2022 New Year's readings. The link is in the commenty blurby thing down below. We're going to do 2 decks today because it's that kind of week. If you've not watched the 2022 New Year reading card reading, this eclipse season has me all types of fuzzy, y'all. So if you haven't seen my 2022 card reading for the collective for the year, after you watch this video, go ahead and it should be in the seasonal readings or seasons readings playlist, and you can check it out there. And that's kind of an overview, but that's literally how we're going to roll. So if you book your private session, this is really cool. So if you book your private session with me to do your own personal 2022, and it's kind of like a map. So it's 3 different decks. We have the Hero Journey deck, which I like to call the Shero's Journey deck. We have the Spirit Animal Oracle, and then we do the Angel Tarot. So you have your journey card for the year, you have your animal energy totem for the year, and then you have 12 tarot cards to map out what it'll be like for you next year. And then I do some intuitive coaching to say if something pops up that's kind of like looks like a little speed bump or something, making sure that you have the tools you need to navigate through that and to really support you guys this year. So those of you guys who decide that that is for you, you're going to get some extra special gifts. And I'm just opening the doors up now instead of waiting until like Black Friday and this, that, small business Saturday. I mean, I'm a small business, yes. I always joke and I say, well, with this kind of thing, there's no supply chain issues, whether you book one for yourself or you grab a gift card or rather gift certificate as a gift for a loved one. There's no supply chain here issues here. Plus, where your money's going into the small business owner to pay so that I can bring live readings to you guys here. And then also, that's all the good stuff. So instead of waiting for like Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday, Giving Tuesday, whatever Saturday is or Sunday is, anyway, I'm going to open the doors now. The VIPs have had access since before the big reading that I did for everybody, because when you're a VIP, you get early pre-sale access, so you get the best dates. So I have 4 left. That's why I only got 4 spots left for the rest of the year, y'all. The rest of the year. And what you get with that is you get your reading. Then you get your audio replay and the PDF of your card sent to you. You get a golden ticket to the January manifesting workshop. It's also going to be kind of a launch party for Manifest Your Dreams 2.0, which is the working title right now for the stuff, the classes and things that I'm going to be doing next year. But the very first one in January, you will get a free ticket to if you are booking your session, your 2022 session, to kind of support what your reading says and get you set up into the next year. And then what else? Oh, you get the Manifesting Maven e-gift basket. So you get a copy of the e-copy ebook, 7 Steps to Manifesting Your Dream Life. You get an e-guide, 50 affirmations for every situation. You get your printable, which is a vibe check-in. I guess it's the check-in planner or printable. I don't remember what I called it. And then also there's a fourth thing. There's 4 things in there. Oh, you get an hour-long masterclass video on Intro to Law of Attraction. So you get the golden ticket, the e-gift basket, the replay, all the things. So there's that. And there might be something else, but I can't remember it offhand. Anyway, so go ahead and book your thing. What time is it? 11:05. Let's get started, y'all. Let's get started. If you are here with me live, go ahead and say hello. Which side is it? Oh, here. Right here is for live comments. Down here is if you want to say hello if you're watching the replay and tell me how you like things. But anyways, this morning, welcome to this reading. Holy crap, you guys, this eclipse season is kind of interesting because there's a lot of stuff going on energetically. So Spirit told me to, and I did make a few notes because even though they told me not to, I did. I'm a Virgo. I'm weaning myself off like practicality. Really am, but I really love it. So anyway, the channeled message here really is more about, we're in the cave, eclipse season, you're kind of hanging out in the cave. Just as an FYI, a lot of releasing. Like last night, we watched was it Preacher's Wife with Whitney Houston, and then there was like a Hallmark movie on it after, so I'm watching Preacher's Wife, and every time she sings, I start just tearing up. And it was so weird. And I even this morning was like, what the hell was that about? Other than, releasing the fact that she was one of my vocal idols when I was in music and stuff like that. And I love her voice. And personally, I thought it was kind of a miraculous voice. And, it's a gift from God. And I'm watching this in Preacher's Wife and everything. And I just was kind of tearing up about how I was sad that her voice was silenced early on. But I was also, there was a lot of emotion there. And honestly, I don't even know why I was crying. I think that was part of it, but there was other stuff that I was releasing. And Darren just sat there and he's like, okay, thank God he's like rolls with the woo-woo stuff. Anyway, so I'm crying. So if you notice yourself like just watching random TV shows and you start getting weepy, just allow it, let it release, because this is a time of releasing the energy of things that don't serve us, releasing the residue energy of things maybe we worked through and it's still kind of hanging around. So it's a good time to kind of also declutter your space. It's a good time to declutter the inside because just release it. Just let stuff go. It's okay. This also might be a time where you see folks crossing back to the other side of the veil, whether it be human loved ones or furry loved ones. Just be aware that this is their time. Usually it's an easy time for them to choose to kind of return home across the veil. And then also understand that this is a time for you to sit in your fields. I've been saying this for like 2-3 weeks now. You're in the cave, and unlike, and I'm going to do my Star Wars reference again, unlike when Luke, who is kind of immature, and he's in his cave, and he sees Darth Vader, and he chops his head off, and he's like, shit, he's my dad. And he runs out the cave, and he gets in his little X-Wing, and he flies off, just total reactionary. We're in a state right now, especially if you are watching this, there's a reason you're here, and that reason is because you're not that young version of Luke anymore. You are a well-seasoned person in your journey, and you're like, you know what, I'm going to sit in this cave and I'm not going to run out and get my X-Wing and go off and do whatever before I learn all my things. Right now, it's like I wanna really sit with my shadow and have conversation with my shadow and say, what do we need to do to calm that down? And what do I need to process through? How can I make my shadow my partner in this path, this journey? That's kind of what we're doing here to make sure, because people always talk about, I'm going to get rid of my shadow, I'm going to heal my shadow. You will always have your shadow. Just FYI. Anybody that tells you different is full of shit. Okay? It's more about working in harmony with your shadow than getting rid of it, because it is still part of you. It is the part of you that is the reason you're here, the reason you chose to move into this 3D realm. It is the reason that you have your curriculum, your soul curriculum. So if we try to push our shadow away, we're pushing away ourselves. So I think that's number one, what we're learning as we're in the cave. And then how do we partner with it? How do I nurture myself to feel good about my shadow? How do I nurture my shadow so that it knows that it is part of me? It is supported by me. And then once I heal that kind of stuff that's coming up, what am I going to do next? I'm not going to run out of the cave at the end of all this and just go off and do whatever. I want to be really intentional as I exit the cave at the end of all of this. So that's what I think this week is going to be about. It's going to be about really trying to figure out, how do I integrate, mostly, how do I integrate and release stuff that doesn't serve me anymore or my shadow. I'm not releasing my shadow. I'm releasing the stuff that maybe we've learned. We're kind of cleaning up the hard drive of all the old lessons, old tax forms, all that kind of crap going in the file boxes, and out they go to the records hall. Out they go. So that you can make room for the next stuff that's coming. And we don't need to know what that is. We just need to make room for it and be okay to work with your shadow and make it your partner for your path. Okay. So the thing is, this week, to support all that, first things first, they told me, Spirit told me, we're going to pull a hero's journey card for you, because since we're in the cave, might as well, or the Shero's journey, which is this. I love this deck. It's so pretty. It's called the Hero's Journey Dream Oracle. It's the Shero's Journey. It's by Kelly Sullivan Walden, artwork by Rasuli, which is kind of cool. I'll put a link to this below in case anybody digs it. Okay, so what do we need to know about our journey as we wander through the cave? What part of that? So, I love this. So it says Dream Sanctuary. Think of it this way. So you're in the cave, right? We're all in the cave. That's part of the Shero's journey, is being in your cave and kind of sitting in your fields and mucking around and cleaning up the muck or mucking out the stall kind of thing. But while I'm in there, what else am I doing? Dream Sanctuary. And it talks about attending to the simple things. So when I say mucking out the stall, if you've ever mucked out a stall, it's pretty gross, but it needs doing, because you got to put you got to get rid of the icky old hay while the horses are out in the pasture, and put the new hay in so they have a nice clean place to be. Okay. And so that it stays fresh and nice. And that's a kind of a simple thing. Like, nobody thinks of mucking out a stall as like a complicated task. It might be a monotonous task. It might be oh God, I have to do that task. But it's rather a simple task. And while you're doing it, it gives you time to ponder. It gives you time to, because it's not that complicated. So attending to the simple things in your dream sanctuary, especially right now, because we can percolate as we're sitting in the cave. Because if we're working with our shadow, where do we want to go? Because you want to get your shadow and you on the same page. We want to make sure the shadow isn't tweaked all the time. Maybe more make it like your co-pilot navigator on the trip say, you have three choices here. Do you want this, this, or this? Okay, co-pilot, what does Waze say? That way they're holding on to the Waze app. Well, if you go this way, there's cops. If you go this way, there's road hazards. And if you go this way, which might be a little more scenic, there's nothing. It's just taking a little longer. And that's really what your shadow does, is it points out the three ways to get somewhere on Waze. And it might be like, oh God, there's cops down here. You better slow down. It might have that tonality to it. But if you can listen without expectation of the tonality. That's where you need to get to, and releasing all the things while you're in the cave. And how do we do that? Right? We're going to attend to the simple things. Just keep it simple. We don't need to dramatize any of the things they say to us. Keeping it simple and just taking it for what it is going to help you as you move through this shadow time in the cave. And I like how this is called Dream Sanctuary. And I love how she's kind of in a cave right now. And it's very like subdued. And she's kind of pondering in there. The thing is that while you're in there and you're kind of doing this, it's a great time to not so much set intentions as to sit down and figure out, maybe I need to make a list of stuff that I want and just keep a running list for the next, because I think we have another week or two in this eclipse business, because then the new moon comes. But maybe use all of this. Back in the day, the new moon was actually the phase previous to what we consider new moon. And it was during those times people would sit and kind of ponder, what do I want? Because like we can't just bust out with intentions that are really awesome when we just kind of, fly by the seat of our pants. If we're going to be intentional, let's be intentional about our intentions. So the dark moon was what we consider new moon. Now was the time of new moon, like before you get to that no moon in the sky, because it's eclipse, because the earth is between the sun and the moon and all that business. And so during an eclipse season, you have that time frame through the whole thing. And since you're in the cave anyway, it's your time to ponder, what doesn't serve me? Let it go. What intentions do I want to serve? What do I want my 2022 to look like for me? What is it? Who do I need to be to get there? That kind of stuff. That's what you're doing in the cave right now. That's why it's called Dream Sanctuary and doing the simple things. It's not saying to you, okay, lay down them intentions and let's get to business. It's saying do the simple task, which is, what do you want? What do you want from yourself? What do you want from your business? What do you want from your workplace? What do you want in your relationships? Or do you, whether they be friendships, family relationships, romantic, do you want a romantic relationship? Do you want a different one? What do you want next year? This is the time to sit down and kind of ponder that. And when you start writing those, you're right now, the reason that's a good thing to do is because stuff might pop up. Am I worthy of having this? Why do I deserve that? Is that too big for me? That's your shadow chatting. And if you can look at your shadow and say, you know what? I am worthy. But thanks for bringing that to my attention and being a great teacher to remind me to be in awareness of where is my vibration when I'm thinking about something I want to manifest. Okay. So this is an interesting, here's your Shero's journey for this week. So let's pull some animal cards. How are we going to support this? I love mixing decks and readings, you guys. I love it. I love it. I love it. So what are we going to do to help this process along? What do we need to know, y'all? What do we need to know? We already got, okay. What is it? Here. This one. Oh, this one first. Then this one. Lots of upside downs. Probably because we in a cave. All of them are upside down. That's so funny. Okay. So again, upside down is not, oh shit, oh God, oh my. It is, I didn't know that. I forgot that I knew that, or I'm ignoring it. And I think it's a lot of, I forgot that I knew that this week because you're in that cave and the shadow is so loud. I'm trying to bring back for you your strength and your empowerment through this. Okay. So remember, hummingbird upside down. How do we stay in this dream sanctuary state? How do we stay keeping it simple, sweetie? Be here now. Meditate, meditate, meditate. Now, quick reminder, meditation doesn't mean you got to sit under a tree for an hour and a half in a sheet, oming, like you know what you're doing because you studied with the Dalai Lama. Meditation is all about mindfulness and being present in the moment. Be here now. Be here now. I love that song by Beautiful Chorus. Be here now. Meaning, find something that keeps you in the present moment. Anything artistic or creative will do that because your brain can't really focus on other stuff when you're being creative. So painting, writing, drawing, cooking, putting stuff together in mixed medium. I have one client, she's a metal artist. Whatever it is you're doing to do creatively, and think about it. Most of the things we do are creative. Most of them. Coloring. You might be a gardener. That's a creativity. You might be making a winter garden right now if you're in the northern hemisphere, or a summer garden in the southern hemisphere. You might be making, if you are here in the northern hemisphere, you might be making a window garden to kind of nurture your inside while it's cold outside. Okay? But figure out, you've forgotten, especially during the holidays when like things start to, like, we're all like, yay, it's the most wonderful time of the year. And then family shows up and we're like, it's the most wonderful time of the year. Remember, especially because Thanksgiving's this week, be in the present moment. Stay grateful, stay present. That's how you're going to do it. How do we stay that way? What are some things you can do? So I love this. And Bumblebee. I got like 17 kinds of honey downstairs next to my tea stuff. Bumblebee comes in upside down again to remind. And again, I think I forgot that I knew that. Sweet results await. Okay, so understand you still have that power. If you can be present in this moment and you can navigate this cave that we are all navigating together, but each in our own individual way, if you can do that with responsive choices versus reactive choices, someone pokes you, say, thank you for teaching me. Go on your way. Thank you for teaching me. I'm going to choose to be like, okay, just because you're a jerk doesn't mean that I have to hold on to your jerkiness for the rest of the day. I can do it for the next 2 seconds and then let it go, especially right now. Okay? Because here's the deal. Remember, when we are mindful, when we kind of, just do the chopping wood and the carrying water, the simple thing, mucking out that stall, clearing a space for what needs to come in at the end of this year into next. Once we're doing that, no, sweetness is coming. The honey is coming and it is delicious and it's going to make your tea awesomer. Just know that it's coming and hold on to that. Have that faith. It is coming. Okay. And then lastly is you forgetting. And it's so funny because like right now it says it feels tense because we're in eclipse season is what it is. Owl spirit comes in upside down and it says, you see clearly now. I forget, like, I think a lot of times, even this morning, I was chatting with my woo sisters that I chat ongoing every single day. And it's like, even when you do this professionally, sometimes you forget the clarity that you have in your work. You forget why you're here. You forget how awesome you are and how much of your light is not only needed, but needed more so when you bring it to the world. And it's almost like we're second guessing because we're sitting in the cave, our clarity of purpose. But if you can really sit down and get present, be here now, know and have faith the honey is coming. And you have clarity, but it just might be because you're in that cave moment. You're in that like push-pull of the season, push-pull of being in the cave, that the clarity is there, but you have to see it and you have to believe in it. You have to have faith in your own clarity. And you do that by just taking those simple steps. When you have those moments of clarity and the universe says, here's your inspired action, don't question it. Just go ahead and do it. And don't try to control and do more. Just go ahead and do. Whatever the universe calls you to do or presents you with an opportunity, you go ahead and do that. Okay? And it's not going to be big. It's going to be a small step and then they will carry you. That's how this will go over the next week. But you need to do your job. And your job is not trying to control looking for stuff, because that's a control, low vibe thing too. It's chop wood, carry water, muck out the stall, and think about what it is you want next year. Don't think about how you're going to get it. Don't think about how it may not be possible. No thinking about if you worthy or deserve it or any of that other shit. If you want $1 million, so be it. If you want a little house with renovations or whatever, and you just want to stay there, and everyone around you is like, why do you want to stay in your little house? But if that makes you happy, Who gives a shit what they say? Stick to your guns. Think about what you need. And the fact is, if that's what you want, of course you deserve it. Of course you're worthy of it. And who gives a crap what other people think? They can have their own dreams and you can have yours. Okay? But right now, it's figuring out, what are those dreams? What are they? I need to get present within myself. You need to get present within yourself. The only way, I don't know about you, doing laundry or vacuuming, which, I hate. But the fact is, when you're sitting down trying to figure out a grocery list or something, sometimes that clarity comes because your mind is occupied on something mundane. That's when the ideas come. So muck that stall, because you're going to physically make the space and you're going to mentally make the space. And while you're doing it, it keeps you present. Mucking out a stall will make you be here now. If you don't have a stall to muck out or a house to clean or a closet to clean out, go and do something creative. Paint, draw, sing, play an instrument, do something, color. And remember who you are. You are an extension of the divine creator. So it is in your nature to create, and you will be in present moment when you do that. And then as you're doing it, no, don't fall off that half line disc while you're doing that, even though you're in the cave, because you know the honey is coming and you will see it clearly the more you believe, in yourself. Okay. That's the messages for this week. What is this week? Week of November 22nd. Let's see. We got comments. Hey, Jess, how are you? Hi, love that I came in as you're talking about letting it flow. I keep asking what I need to do next, and here you are with the answer. Girl, I got you. I got you. Of course I got you. And I'm so glad you're here. If you are here and you want to say hello, go ahead and type in the comments over here. If you're watching the replay, down here, and I will come back and say hello. But yeah, that's pretty much our thing this week, is to basically chop that wood, carry the water, muck the stall, and dream. Know that in that space of doing that kind of mundane labor, allow yourself to kind of dream about what do you want come next year? Because it'll put you in that present moment. And just keep that faith. The honey's coming and you will be clear. That's all I got for you this week. I know it's like, oh, it's a lot. But, and just a reminder really quick, still have 4 spots for the 2022 readings. Once those are gone, that's it, my friends, not until 2023. And you get your special packages with that, which is you get with that reading, once you book it, golden ticket to my first manifesting class in 2022 January. Holy crapola, 2022 January. You get your free ticket to that. You get your Manifesting Maven gift basket with a bunch of stuff in there to help you with your manifesting journey. You get your audio replay and your PDF of your cards with that one. The link is below. Also, I've been doing some email list cleanups, so make sure you're on the email list. If you're not getting my emails or something, because I think a lot of people's emails got jumbled or whatever. But my email thing did a cleanup, and so a bunch of you kind of got swept. If you notice you're not getting the emails, or you just want to kind of jump in if you don't get my emails, I send them weekly, and I usually do a replay of this and any invitations I got going on, and a quick mental message if it's channeled for you guys. And then and what you can do if you want to is sign up. Down below should be I think it's the quick start guide for manifesting. It's free. You can go ahead and sign up for that, and that'll put you in the email list too. But that's it. And so this week is Thanksgiving. I am grateful for all of you, and I love you so much. You're making this transition over to YouTube so much easier. And I love you guys so much. And I know that as we move through this eclipse season together, we will get through it, and you will come out the other side feeling lighter, clearer, and ready to go for next year. Still got a little bit to go, but we're going to get there. And enjoy, if you're celebrating Thanksgiving, enjoy your turkey day. And as you navigate with your family, just remember that, we don't have to attach ourselves to their stories or their belief systems. We can just say, thank you for showing me that. Can I please have some more cranberry sauce?" And just keep going. Okay. So, and just remember, you are worthy, you are loved. This is all wonderful and it's all teaching us something and we're all learning. So, I'm glad that if I'm going to be in a cave, it's going to be with you guys. So, I will see you next week right here. If I don't see you before then, I'll see you in the vortex. Okay. I love you so much. Have a wonderful week. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh, Black Friday stuff. I'm not going to do Black Friday because I'm going to be tired from hosting. But, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I'm doing gift certificates. If you buy a gift certificate for a reading for a friend, a loved one, what have you, you will also get a gift for you. So, like, just, it's a treat them, treat yourself kind of a thing. You get $10 towards your next session. You can't combine the two things, but, you know, and then anything that we do on Tuesday, I'm actually thinking anything we've done through the holidays, because Giving Tuesday, I love Proverbs 12:10, which is a local no-kill shelter here in Nashville. And that's where we got, where is Buddy? Buddy, my puppy Alight. I was just looking so I could show you, but he's like sleeping in the bed, I think, in the bedroom. But that's where we got our puppy Alight, and they are a wonderful organization, and we love them so much. So we want to donate 10% of proceeds from this holiday season's earnings to them. So that's what we're doing. I hope that you enjoy your holiday. I will see you next Monday right here, and just love y'all so much. Have a great week. Bye, y'all. See you soon.